Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a floating island, but this time using some scrap insulation as the basis of it. What I've got knocking around is this stuff. This is polyisocyanurate, and it's used for insulation all over the house and whatever. Anyway, I've got this knocking around, so that will do. But it's not actually brilliant for this. It is closed cell, so it doesn't allow water in, so obviously it will float, as opposed to something like that, which is an open cell structure. When that is in the water, that will just get saturated and sink. So you need to make sure the material is correct. Normally I just use recycled stuff. This is just the lid of a polystyrene food container. So we could use that, but I'm going to make something slightly smarter. The best stuff would be a material like that, which I think is a styrofoam, which is a trademark. I think stuff like this, if you get hold of this would be far better. This is fine. It's just that it's when you drill it and work with it, it's a bit powdery. Anyway, so I've got this bit of scrap stuff. This is going to be the basis of it. Here we've got a hole saw. So I'm just going to put some holes in, because what's going to happen, this is going to float in the water. We're going to have some little plant pots in there just to help some of the taller plants stay upright. So first of all, I think we need to put a hole in. I've got some 3-inch plant pots. This is a 3-inch hole saw, 75 millimeters. It goes through it quite easily, but actually what I need to do is put the thing back on, which is not the way you're supposed to do it. There we go. Doesn't quite go all the way through, so just turn it around. Don't want to go through the table. Yeah, so we've got that out. Anyway, that shows you what it's like, but there's all this dust, it's not very nice, to be honest. Anyway, that's what I've got, but you can get better stuff. Okay, I don't know why I've walked off with it. Oh, because I was looking for that. What we're going to do to make it look a bit better, we're going to cover it. I'm actually going to put 3 holes in there, but I'm going to cover it in this fleece geotextile, like that. Okay. So you get the idea, it's going to be covered like that. And then around the edge I'm going to put timber. So this whole thing can float and look like a nice, sort of quite formal sort of raft. Anyway, so that's the idea. Now the timber, selecting the timber, what you don't want to use is softwood. Any hardwood is pretty good. I really like to use larch. This is a bit of old decking, larch decking, and so I'm going to use this. I had this knocking around, so I'm just going to use this as the basis of it. So a bit of larch decking there, and what I've done, just to make some more bits of timber which you'll need, I've actually ripped down one of these boards into lengths like this. Okay, so that's the larch, and what I've then done is screwed this bit onto the back there. It'll all become apparent in a second. So let's put that there. So now we've got our piece of larch going there. I'll put the geotextile over and actually fitted the geotextile has been screwed in between these because I fitted these. Actually, I'm just going to put the last one on here. So I think it went sort of that way around. I don't really know. I can't remember. Right, okay. I've drilled holes, obviously, because in a cheaty fashion, I've just taken the thing apart. I've drilled holes and I've countersunk the holes as well, so that the screw heads are well hidden, because if this is going to be in the water, we don't want anything to, you know, snag on anything. Certainly not swimmers, animals. So if I just screw this thing together. Okay, now, okay, so we've got that. It's all in there, and I've just got that remaining piece of timber. See, I've put these bits of timber here on the top. Oh, that's the bottom actually, and the top, obviously, to retain that insulation in there. So where did that go? Oh, somewhere around there. Try and find the holes, original holes. There we go. Missed. Oh, I don't know where it is. You just make a cup of tea or something, right, while I'm doing this. Ah, there we go. Right, sorted. Okay, so that's now firmly held in. And as you see with this one, I've drilled 3 holes. And the fleece geotextile, I've just cut to get access to those holes. Okay. Now, plant pots are going to go into there at some point, quite soon. So, what we need to do, we're going to have plants growing all in here, and obviously they need water. Now, the ones in the plant pots are okay because they can go straight down, the roots can go straight down to the water. But we want to draw some water up into this to have other plants like mosses and whatever grow successfully. So, oh, that's not my bit. So, first of all, I'm just going to put a tatty scrap bit of canvas matting. That's not canvas matting. What is it? Jute matting. Anyway, stuff they use in gardens. Hessian. That's it. Yeah. Of course, I should know. Hessian sacks. Oh my goodness, brings back memories. What am I doing? It's no good asking you, is it? Right, okay, so that bit's in there, right? And then so when I put the plant pot in, it'll be sticking below the surface, and that will help draw water up. In addition, what we could do, if we were really keen, is drill through this, and I've just cut a little niche in that geotextile. Niche, I mean just cut it. So we can just drill a hole through. And this is just to show another way. So now we've got a hole going through there. If I just push a bit of scrap, that's an 8mm hole. If I just push a bit of scrap stuff through, Hessian sacking, there we go. Okay. That will also make, anyway, that's the sort of thing. That will also make a good place for water to wick up through capillary action into the top there. So we could do that. If I did, I could do all the 3 plant pots like this, bits that are missing, a bit like that. Then the whole thing is then going to be covered in another piece of this Hessian sacking, and we'll fold that in nicely. We'll make it all look a bit smarter. Okay. Is that a bit smarter? I don't know. Right. I'll just get some plant pots. Oh, I should have got another one, shouldn't I? Anyway, so these are plants I've been growing since last year's little tiny twigs. What were they? I don't know. Cutting. I broke stuff off. And these are actually planted not in soil, but just in gravel. So it's really, they're really low in nutrients. Anyway, I'll just do 2, because otherwise you don't want to see me walking over there again, do you? And now here's some gravel. We'll put a bit of gravel around the outside. Again, I won't finish it off, obviously. Well, I might put it in the water actually, so I might do. That sort of thing. And then what I'd like to do is put some moss down over the whole thing. You know, any patches. Lots of other little plants like wild strawberries, water forget-me-nots, things like that, and they could tumble over the side. Bog bean, stuff like that, that would then could spread around over the water as well. So that's the basic structure of it. Okay. So there we go. I'll just go and give this an experimental launch. I'm hoping it floats after all of this. That's sweet Gallingale, this stuff. Let's see if it floats. Good start. Yeah, great. There's a bit of sand. Just help the plants get established and draw water through that hessian as well. Now, what I did do as an enhancement, and I've forgotten to mention, is I could introduce air, and I've put 2 holes. Ooh, surprised myself there. I've put 2 holes here, so that's to allow an air pipe to come in and go back out. Okay. So that we could have a nice air stone just about a foot down into the water. Let's just pull that out there. Okay, foot down into the water, and then that can feed into our air supply, and that'll just help the water circulate around the roots. If I just swing this back. And continue the beautification. I've just taken some of this moss from around the pond, and let's hopefully this thing will start to look acceptable. Run out of stuff there, but anyway, you get the idea. There she goes.